Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a grueling 4 weeks, I know. We've tried to fill the gap with content. We've tried to give you races to please you. But I know what it is you are wanting. It's been a long gap. It's been a long wait. It's back, ladies and gentlemen. The GRSC Season 2 Ultimate Racing League's Sunday Group Racing Championship is now back on the agenda, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. And I'm your man, Thingamajig. I have been given League 5, the feeder league, ladies and gentlemen, where you begin if you join up with the GRSC, which is Sunday evenings. Get yourself on board with the Ultimate Racing League. Yes, this is where you will begin. We are here to toughen up these sim racers. They're not pro sim racers. I'm not naming them pro sim racers. They're not going to even get the name pro sim racer yet. They don't deserve the name pro sim racer, no. We've just got ourselves a group of sim racers, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to beat them into shape. We're going to make them do rounds, lots of rounds, lots of laps and rounds. Yes, this is the Thingamajig boot camp, ladies and gentlemen, and they better shape up because it's going to be a tough one. And do you know where we're going to start? Right here at Daytona Road Track. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, round 1, Daytona Road Track. And do you know what? Let's not go easy on these newbies. Hey, no. We're going endurance. Yes. Endurance, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1, League 5. Let's see what they've got. Right then, no championship table to worry about right now. That's why I talked a bit, because you're going to have to get used to long intros, because I do championship tables, and I take my sweet-ass time about it, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's have a little beanie at the grid. What do I need to add? It's round 1. It's the Group Racing Sunday Championship Season 2. This is League 5. We're at Daytona Road Course. We're doing a 50-minute race where they have to use all 3 racing compounds, ladies and gentlemen. That's the softs, the mediums, and the hards, all in one race. And we might not see it in this race because it seemed a lot of people wasn't sure of the rule, but they are meant to do 3 laps minimum on said compound. But it's been sort of like touted around that it's 2 laps. So some people might do 2 laps, some people do 3 laps. We will see. I think that rule's getting shored up a little bit now, so we will have a clear, definitive answer shortly. Right then, so I don't think there's anything more to tell you. We'll look at the grid. Sorry for wasting your time. I got excited. I thought we had to start with a bang, build anticipation. Let's go and have a look at this rabble then, the newbies. The green behind the ears, guys. There they are. How exciting. They, this season, ladies and gentlemen, have chosen the sweetheart of Detroit, the Ford Mustang. And I think it's a grand choice. I do. Definitely. And our man, the Bazza, in the chat. Good evening, buddy. Nice way to end the evening, watching some newbies going round Daytona. That's it. Offs and penalties galore, I suspect. We'll see. Right then, the grid. So, in the Alpha Tauri... Oh, I'm going to do it like this. We'll do the top like that, like lazy people do. So we've got Aaron on pole in the Alpha Tauri. And then we have in second place, Callum. Yes, I know you may say, hang about. He was in the League of Champions, wasn't he? But, ladies and gentlemen, he has totally changed the way he drives. He's not using a maxi pad anymore. No, he is using a grown-up wheel. And he struggled last season with his grown-up wheel. So now he's put some stabilizers on. He's popped down a few leagues to get himself acquainted with the wheel. So Callum, second on the grid. Then Third and fourth, ladies and gentlemen, the Yorkshire T Mustang belonging to Brian Moncani. And in fourth, the AlphaTauri car driven by Toten. In fifth and sixth, we have a Sunaman in a Grello Mustang, and he has Mini in sixth, just behind him in a Rizzler Mustang, Rizzler Rocket. Oh, there's a Rocket. They're in, where am I now? Seventh. That's Method. Oh, bugger, I should have been telling you what tyres they're on. Right, well, everyone except for fourth place so far have got soft tyres on, except for Toten, who is going for mediums. This is Method in seventh in the Rocket Mustang, and in the Pilot Mustang just behind is YT, and he has also opted to go for a set of medium tyres. Right, I'm not going to do the grid like this again. I've got myself confused. I'm going to get down low and walk through the cars. It's a lot easier. Right then, here we have a pair of buzzing Hornets, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful ode to Eddie Jordan, and may he rest in peace and have an absolute... I hope he's banging some skins up there on the clouds, getting drunk. But Eric of Canada in ninth, with G Smith in 10th now. G Smith. G Smith. Let me do the maths. We have a Smith. We have a Smith already in our midst. So who do you think you are, Mr. G Smith? Are you related? It's not a very popular name. Not over here in Britain. You don't come across many Smiths. So I'll be keeping a special eye on you, newbie. Don't you worry about that. And then in 11th place in the Red Bull Mustang is Hoppers. Now, some crazy schnizzle's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. When we go to the race, you're going to see some ace coding, ace programming from Polly Baloney Digital. Because, confuse the hell out of me, when we go to the grid, it'll say that Hoppers is in pole position. I couldn't find him. Took me half an hour. And as it turns out, he was in 11th. He's starting on the softs. G Smith, sorry I made such a big deal about him impersonating Agent Smith that I forgot to tell you, he's starting on the hard tyre. Whew, I'm worn out already just from the intro, and we've still got a 50-minute race. What are we going to do? What are we going to do with you? Oh, we're not going to exit, sorry. My brain's saying, exit, exit. So we're watching Aaron then on the true pole. And I'm sure by the first sector, they'll sort their little list out. Hey, I've even seen the F1 people on TV do it wrong. So give them a break. Lights are on. We are go here for round one. And there we go. The Mustangs jump into action, and Aaron still holds the lead there from Brian Moncani. And then we have Toten in third. Toten jumping Callum. Callum having an absolute terrible start. Sorry, Callum. Where was your head? And there we see the Grello car trying to... Oh, Callum just jumped a couple of places, though, on the inside. We were a little far away for seeing that. But, yeah, he's fighting with Sunaman, who also had a magnificent start. Method also. Wow, they're all shuffling around here, sir. It's hard to keep up with them. My good golly gosh. Toten now in the lead with Brian McCartney in second, Callum in third, Sunaman. And where did Aaron go? Sorry, we'll have to go back and have a little Scooby-Doo at what happened to our man Aaron. Already in seventh? Wowzers. I didn't even see that at the beginning. I thought he just maintained. I saw an AlphaTauri in the lead, and oh, he hit the invisible wall, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my good golly gosh, someone call Harry Potter. He has been mischievous again. And that AlphaTauri I was calling Aaron was Toten. Unbelievable start from Toten. Fourth place he qualified, ladies and gentlemen, on the medium tyre as well. Unbelievable. Toten up and into the lead, and Atom straight away. Brian Moncani in second place, chasing with the Rich T, and Callum is third in the pilot bin. Ooh, Sunaman having a little niggle. He's having a look. He's thinking about it. But that Mustang does not look like it wants to go round corners. It wasn't built to go round corners, ladies and gentlemen. It's an American car. It's about speed and straight lines and looking huge. Yes. So Sunaman, though, absolutely stunning job. 4th at the moment. Mini and Method. Oh, 3 wide here. The Rocket, the AlphaTauri and the Rizzler all giving each other some jip. And it's Method up into 5th with Aaron. Aaron picking up a 1 second penalty. And Mini just has to be cool. He just has to be cool and let Aaron pay his penalty. Whitey in 8th place with G. Smith in 9th. The Buzzing Hornet doing a job. Who are you? Who are you really, Mr. G. Smith? I want to see your passport. Eric of Canada in 10th spot with the Hoppers in hot pursuit. Cracking races so far, ladies and gentlemen, with Toten in the lead and Brian Mancani being chased by Kaloum. He is not playing around. He means business down in this league, ladies and gentlemen. Baz is saying keep an eye on Mancani. He's a pretty fast Belgian bullet. Or is that my exclusive name? You are the only Belgian bullet I know, my friend. No one quite hits a barrier like my Bazza. So Toten, I love you really, man. I'm only joking. Toten, they're absolutely holding ground on those medium tyres, ladies and gentlemen. No less, I say, is Toten leading this race on the medium tyres. Brian Muncan, as Bazza has pointed out, is a rather swift Belgian driver. So be aware for him. Toten leading with Callum, keeping very close eye on the Rich T Mustang ahead of him. Method now battling his way up to 4th. Sunaman slipping. He's slipping, ladies and gentlemen. Slippy slidey Sunaman. And Method's already got by, and it's looking like Mini is fancying a little niggle, a little bite at that Grello car. Looks fantastic. Whoever did the livery on that, they did a really good job. Well done. I wonder who that was. Look, I'm not looking for appreciation or, accolades, but I did waste a good whack of time saying the livery maker. Listening to a little bit of Sabrina Carpenter. A nice little bump draft, but someone might have to tell Mini, you're not allowed to do that. I think that was just a bit of misbraking. And no bump drafting here. But yes, bump drafting strictly disallowed, not allowed in the Ultimate Racing League. They do not stand for that. Sunaman, though, is coming up against the Method. Method has he's there, but he hasn't got the toe, you see, and Mini is getting super towed. A super draft there from Mini. Is he going to jump both of them? Sunaman staying with, you've got to watch this. Oh, you know that the admins watch this. I don't want to get anyone into trouble. I think they might have been bump drafting. Toten, then, they're newbies, they don't know. This is why I'm here, to beat them into shape. Come on, boys, read the rules. Toten leads with Brian Muncan now has come alive. He's woke his tyres up, ladies and gentlemen. He is all up and in Toten's business. He's getting in the boot, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out. And Toten, though, on those medium tyres, doing the best a man can do with the little grip that he may have at this moment. And Brian Muncan is going to make him pay for the decision of medium tyres. But I see it as he's gained 3 laps, ladies and gentlemen. 3 laps in the lead of this race on a tyre that oughtn't not to be in the lead of this race. Callum is in the mix. It's exciting. This top 3 have broken away, and then we've got a lovely little battle with Method, Sunaman, Mini, and it looks like Aaron is in the verse as well, with YT clinging onto the back of him saying wait for me. Then we have G Smith, but he's on the hard tyres, and his teammate Eric of Canada is going for the move side by side. Oh, that looks like a thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen, to me. Did you see a thumbnail ever? Hey, I'm doing the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the TV meme right now, because that, I guarantee if you see this pop up in YouTube in a day or so, that's going to be the thumbnail. That's beautiful. Well done, G Smith and Eric of Canada. Beautiful. I love it. Inter-team battling. I love cars that look the same. It's beautiful. Hoppers then is still in the mix, ladies and gentlemen. Don't count him out. G Smith on those hard tyres, and he's done 3 laps. He's going all the way with them. And Toten now has been caught but not overtaken yet, because Brian McCartney cannot complete the job. He has now, alongside, coming and past the start line. And he gets the done, but they're into the braking zone. It's a very dangerous corner to try and make a maneuver. And Houghton absolutely missed a late break. Just lived on the edge there and threw it back down the inside of Brian, but Brian coming back, he's got the grip advantage. Can someone tell Toten? Oh, Toten's gone out wide though. There was small contact, but I don't think that would have sent Toten that far out into the universe. I think Toten lost grip, but it does look like Brian had backed off for that one, as he didn't want to get a blame for it maybe. And Callum, he's keeping a watchful eye on this. He knows that the race is not won on lap 4, and he's just letting these two puff each other out. They're wearing each other out. He's sitting there quite happy, looking after his tyres, and that's what's important. Although Brian, he's not really hurting his tyres at the moment. It's all looking gravy down here in the Ford Mustangs. Method still leads, and Aaron's got himself ahead of Sunaman and Mini. So Aaron, a man on the move. Remember, he was on pole. He is swift. He probably feels he should be leading, but the invisible wall just at the pit exit, that snagged him up a little bit. How unfortunate. He must have been absolutely fuming. He must have been swearing new words. He must have made up swear words. He invented new swear words at that point, ladies and gentlemen. Like, no, I can't. I'm not even going to try. And as they all try and get through, oh no, Sunaman picks up a penalty. He looked like he was absolutely swinging Mustang as he went through the chicane, and that is what it cost you, ladies and gentlemen. But he's so intent on getting past the Method and Sunaman have absolutely battle royaled throughout this race, and it's going to continue on for a season. And Mini's caught up as Suna pays his penalty, and now Mini up and into 6th place, and Suna has a new foe to chase. YT, he's in the mix, ladies and gentlemen. He's a little further back from them guys, but small mistakes happen. Oh, YT giving it large around turn 1, and the back end of the Mustang did not want to play the game. G-Myth, the myth, the legend, G-Myth is he's still going around on those hard tyres, ladies and gentlemen. I'm kind of concerned. He only bought the Mustang yesterday and hasn't bought any tyres for it. He's going longer than I would expect on those hard tyres. Eric of Canada on the softs. We saw him getting by G-Smith, the Myth, and GS Myth, and he slipped back again from the Myth. Hoppers, that is a lovely looking Mustang. It's got some nice colours on that. I like the shininess at the back. It's kind of got like a matte chrome, and I'm here for it. I very much am involved in that matte chrome on the back of Hoppers' Mustang. Toten somehow, some way is still leading this race, and I think Brian by now is probably starting to get rather frustrated with that AlphaTauri Ford. They're actually going to be partners for real, aren't they, next season? Haha, how weird. Not AlphaTauri. Are they doing it? Oh, I suppose they're going to do the AlphaTauri team as well. Toro Rosso, whatever they're called now. So yeah, these two seem to be in their own little race now, and Brian Muncan cannot crack the egg. That is Toten being an absolute legend on a set of medium tyres, and has made life very much difficult for the Belgian. Oh, I forgot we could get in this seat. Lovely stuff. Lap 6 of 27, ladies and gentlemen. No one's flinched yet. No one's taken out the tyres, which is surprising because someone was running on a hard set of tyres, and I believe they still are running on a hard set of tyres. Brian, though, absolutely living legend in Toten's mirrors, and Callum backing off a little bit. Don't know, small mistake possibly. No, nice regular lap times, and that I think is what he's concentrating on this season, is consistency. And at the moment, it's looking very consistency. First, you've got to get consistent, then you build on the speed. And Callum, he's going back to basics, ladies and gentlemen. He's learning his ABCs. Hopefully he's not watching a lot of Kai, because I tried watching one of Kai's videos and I disagreed with him vehemently in every kind of... no, I didn't. I don't know. He's all right. Why not? I've got to start a war with some YouTube runner, make a name for myself. Kai's the man. Tell Kai he has smelly feet. Don't use his feet cam. I don't like his smelly feet. So Toten is still clinging on to the lead here, while Brian Mancani is living large in his mirrors and becoming quite a nightmare for him. And Callum has been caught by Aaron. Yes, Aaron is absolutely laying down the law here in League 5 and letting them know he is the man to beat. Even invisible walls cannot stop this man as he goes for the attack on P3. Cracking stuff. Method in 5th with Mini in 6th. Sunaman still hasn't been able to get back onto the back of Mini. Mini driving absolutely cracking stuff. Great lap times. 55.9 there from Mini. Sunaman 57.8, losing time to Mini. Mini's out wide though. Mini is out wide, and that's going to help Sunaman. That's what he needs. YT, he's on the medium tyres, remember. These guys are on their softs and expending the fastest tyre on heavier fuel. Whereas YT, he might be being clever here and saving those sticky tyres for later. And the sun's going down. You can see the shadows are getting long here at Daytona. So it's going to be a cooler track. That might be a wise move, to go with the soft tyres later in the race. G Smith on those hard tyres still. Lap 7, only 20 laps to go. He is getting his money's worth out of those tyres and staying ahead of Eric of Canada. And Eric of Canada, he's going for it now up the inside. And Eric of Canada, these two just want to give me thumbnails every time I cut to them. And Eric of Canada getting the move done on his teammate G Smith in the lovely looking buzzing Hornets. My good golly gosh, it's hard to pick what is the best livery here. You're going to have to drop it in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god, that was cheesy. Can I didn't say that. Just drop it in the comments, yeah. Just let me know what you like, because I'm really into the Alpha. I like the Yorkshire tea because it's Yorkshire tea. And Belgium's driving it. I bet he's never tasted Yorkshire tea, I imagine. And that's the other Alpha. Aaron's closing in, ladies and gentlemen. He really means business here. We've not even seen our first pit stop. Lap 8 they began of 27. Only 19 laps remaining. Callum, they're starting to feel those tyres. You can see the redness on the tips, and when you've got a very red tip like that, it doesn't usually mean something good. And looks like Method now, 155.9 from Method last time around, has really caught up with Callum. Callum slipping a 57.7. And yes, Method, that's a good livery as well, isn't it, Rocket? A lipping heck. Everyone's turned up with their A game on the livery front, ladies and gentlemen. Method, yeah, I like that. I mean, Method Mini, I like that. I like that a lot. And look who's back into action. And I have to stay impartial about that livery. It's all right. Although, you know, when you sat in the livery maker for hours cooking, and you look at it afterwards and you think, I have created something. And then you turn up on race day and everyone's created something. They've all turned up with an A game livery. You feel deflated, ladies and gentlemen. You feel like you want to go home. YT in 8th place. He's on those medium tyres, don't forget. Has the gap grown too large betwixt himself and Sunaman? For when Sunaman does his medium runs, can YT get back into this when he gets on the softs? He's been doing some lovely 57s at best, 59, which I don't think he meant to do. And Sunaman, he's been touching 56s, but mainly in the 57s. So on the medium tyre, YT has been rather swift and has kept in touch with Sunaman. Eric of Canada, oh no, Hoppers now has got, oh, it's a pit stop, isn't it? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, G Smith getting rid of the hard tyres, and he's gone for the medium tyre now. So G Smith now, he's going to have a few laps all on his own. I've got a splinter in my bloody finger. Ow. So yeah, G Smith's going to have a little bit of a lonely race until... Oh, I want to get in calf. Oh, no. All right, and on the bonnet as he goes through the chicane. It would look better in the inside. I got too excited and pressed the button too many times. So G Smith has made his pit stop, ladies and gentlemen. He's now going to have a lonely ride at the back, waiting for the next guy. Toten is still leading on those medium tyres, and it seems like Brian's having a break from it. He's been all up and in his jacksie throughout all of the laps, and now this is the biggest gap we have seen between Toten and Brian. Have those softs reached? Well, I mean, they look barely touched, don't they? I've seen people go faster with softs that worn. Aaron, oh, great laps, 56.9. Brian doing a 56.3 though. So Aaron, he's got the fastest lap of the race so far, but he's got to be hitting those 55s on the reg. With Callum chasing him down, 55.9 last time out for Callum. He is finding the pace now. He's got the consistency. He's pushing for pace, and Method is pushing him also. And Method, look at him, showing up today. And Mini still ahead of Sunaman. Sunaman cannot do anything about Mini. Mini absolutely flying. Since he's got ahead of him, he's done nothing but plush laps, ladies and gentlemen. And Suna is stuck in the 57s. Is he hurting from the tyre wear, or is he just thinking fuel? Is he conserving? Possibly, who knows? I think the fuel tank should be all right. Although we're not even halfway, and they're nearly at the halfway on their tanks. So there has to be some refuelage happening in this race at some point. YT at the moment in 8th place on those medium tyres. He is cruising, although that wasn't a great lap that last time around with a 2:02, but that's more like it. A 57.5. Eric of Canada, 58.0, his fastest so far. Now he's not tangling with his teammate. He can really concentrate on getting some of those sweet lap times in and make up some ground away from his teammate. Hoppers there cracking on, has just hit the 2-minute break. I think Hoppers has had a bit of a break from racing of late and is just dipping his toe back into the water, and has asked us not to expect too much of him as he finds his feet. And G Smith with a pit stop already done. He has got a compound of tyres out of the way, and some would say the worst ones. He has the hard tyres done, dusted. They've already been packed away at the back of the garage. This man is now onto his second set. So he may be last, but it's down to strategy. Toten still leads. Brian Moncani is now with Aaron. His fight is with Aaron now, and not anymore with Toten. The Alpha Tauri cars are going to be a handful this season, ladies and gentlemen. They are looking like the Mustangs to beat. Aaron hitting the wall on turn 1, falling virtually to the back of the crowd. He has actually just got his head down, smashed in those lap times. He has fought his way up into 3rd spot, and now battling with 2nd place. This is racing, ladies and gentlemen. League of Champions all the way down to League 5. It is fantastical racing. Toten made a huge mistake there, though, I think. Toten made a small mistake in that, or huge or small, whatever you want to make of it. But he's lost a lot of time to Brian Moncani. He started pulling away from the Bri, and Aaron was the one that was giving Brian some jip. But now Toten is back in this fight, and we are here on lap 11 of 27, and we are clueless to who may win this race, because it is open for business. Method slipping back there in 4th place. Everything still seems okay. These tyres are looking all right. I reckon they're going to go most of the race on the softs and just stop briefly at the end for mediums and hards. They're not needing to space them out, it seems. Mini in 6th. We're on lap 11. The tyres still seem good with Sunaman. Headlights on now in the Mustangs, and it is looking like a scene from Grease. The opening of Grease. If you've never seen the film, well done. Good on you. I'll sing at least one song from that film in every round. And at the moment, it looks like summer loving happens so fast. Summer loving had me a blast. Met a girl, cute as can be. I met a boy, he's had a big PP. So Toten then in the leads and pulling away as Aaron gets into this fight, and Brian Moncani is getting mugged right off in front of our very eyes. No, he's not. He's still holding on to that second place, and there is nothing Aaron can do. He has done it all. They're getting a toe. He's getting a toe of his teammate, and it's still not enough. Brian, the audacity of the Belgian driver, keeping his nose in. The Yorkshire T driver is absolutely fueled to the brim. Oh, and now Aaron's going to go for the inside of the hairpin. Brian holding on around the outside, and oh, Aaron got a big slide on, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't lose as much time as you would think, really. And Brian holds on to second. This is what it feels like. This is what Brian was doing to Toten in the first. Oh, and Brian missed his brake in there and give Toten a little dip and had to lift off. Oh no, Aaron and Brian had a coming together. Aaron slowing right down for him. And everybody, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Method. Unbelievable. Method now in the mix for the podium, and he's there, ladies and gentlemen, whilst Brian and Aaron squabble over the spot. I mean, Aaron did have to pull over. He did hit Brian off and stuff, but hey, it's not Method's fault. That's not Method's issue. That's an Aaron and Brian Moncani issue. And Method's just going to pick up what Method's going to pick up. And Toten on the medium tyres has been gifted the time and space, ladies and gentlemen. And what more could you ask for? These three are absolutely duking it out over second place. Method coming in right there, right at the right moment, swoops in and brings that rocket Mustang propelling up to the front end of the pack. And he likes the pointy end. Brian Moncani then still ahead of Aaron. Aaron is giving it his all. He's a double A driver. He says it at the beginning of his name. His name's really Ron. It's just double A Ron. And Method into the pits. Callum is into the pits. Where did Callum go? We didn't notice. Sunaman Mini staying out for the course. They think their soft tyres are fine for a little bit longer. And Sunaman mowing the lawn, nothing wrong with that. And YT joins them with the medium tyres. He's got that medium tyre run out the way. We're on lap 12. Eric of Canada, he's staying out, so it looks like he's going to jump up to 8th so far. Could be more, could be more. Sixth place then for Eric of Canada before his pit stop. No. Method is out, ladies and gentlemen. Method's gone for a hard set. He has a hard on, ladies and gentlemen. Method out there, and he's getting the slowest tyre out of the way in the middle of the race. Callum is out. He has gone to the medium tyre. He's used the soft. He's on the medium now. YT is now out. He has used the... He must have been on softs. I thought he was on mediums for some reason. I think he was. I think he's gone for a double stint. G. Smith went for a set of mediums, and at the moment he must be quite disheartened. He must be like, well, hang on a minute, they've made pit stops. Where are they all? And Hopper's there in 11th place, cracking on. He's got the hard tyre on at the moment, and the sun is virtually down now, ladies and gentlemen, and we are moving into the night portion of this race. Be prepared. Anything can happen. Toten leads. He started on the medium tyres. He has absolutely trounced it. He has not been out of the lead 1 second of the 13 laps that we have done so far, and he is a man possessed. He wants to win this championship by round 3, it would seem. Aaron is in second, his teammate. He has had to battle everyone to get to this point, even the man Brian. And their tyres are getting pretty old now. Sunaman coming in to change those soft tyres. Method will pick that spot. And Eric of Canada, possibly, if he decides not to stop. Callum there on those medium tyres. YT He's on the hards. Oh, he's on the hards, ladies. It's one of those weird glitches where it doesn't tell you until they're out of the pit lane what they've changed tyres to. I thought mediums was what he'd already run. So YT taking on the hard tyre now with G Smith trying to make up that ground, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time to do it on the medium tyres. He's going faster than he's gone before. Sunaman still in the pits. He's having a top up of fuel. And what tyre will he choose? YT coming around to try and get that spot, but no. Sunaman is back out on track. He's on to the medium tyres. Callum is not far ahead of him. Sunaman doing a smashing job at the moment. Eric of Canada, sorry, as sixth place with Method out of the pits and into fifth. He's on the hard tyre. Mini hasn't pitted yet on those softs. Brian Moncani has not pitted yet on the soft tyre, and Aaron yet to pit on the softs. And Toten, he's doing fine, ladies and gentlemen, on the mediums. He's doing 56s, you know what I mean? He's taking the proverbial mickey out of these guys. He's flying. He's making those medium tyres. What sort of times is he going to do on them softs? You know, he's done a 55.8. The fastest lap on the softs is a 55.0. He's 0.8 off of the fastest lap time is Toten. And Aaron cannot shake off. Toten's gone in. Toten now going in. He wants to see how fast he can go on the softs, maybe. And so does Brian. Brian copies him. Brian in as well, leaving Aaron out on an old set of softs. Are they going to get the undercut? Will they be able to get out and get a better lap done before Aaron makes a pit stop? This has got to count, Aaron, if you're going to pit at the end of this lap. Mini also continuing on. Pit stops, we don't need no stinking pit stops. Method was up there in that podium battle. Where's he going to come out with Brian and Toten? This is hot schnizzle, my nizzles. So stay, he's up there, he's already in third, but they might be on their way. There we go, Toten should be ahead of Method, because he was quite ahead of the battle for the podium. Method behind Brian. Sorry, you didn't even need to cough and growl. I forget myself sometimes. I forget I'm talking to you. I always assume no one's watching. I'm just talking out loud at a race I'm watching. So Aaron then leads this race. It's my internal dialogue when I'm watching a race. I just spit it out so you can hear what happens in this crazy canoodle of a brain. So Aaron then leading, has not pitted yet. Mini also not pitted, in second place. That Mustang is looking mighty fine. Toten, ex-leader of this race, has pitted. Put the softs on now, just to rub the salt in, because Brian's put the mediums on. And Brian's some way back from Toten. Did Brian heavily fill up? Not really. So that Yorkshire tea car is looking lovely, though, I've got to say. It looks lovely. It makes me want to have a little sip of my hot brew. It's not a Yorkshire tea, though. Oh, yeah. Aaron's into the pits. Aaron's into the pits. So it's got to count, ladies and gentlemen. Toten, and so's Mini into the pits as well. We're on lap 15 of 27. Toten's got to make this count. I think he's going to be ahead of Aaron. I think he's done enough. It's Brian who's got the concerns. Brian's the one that's got to get that lap time in to try and douse Aaron's fight. Simmer him down a little. Method as well is back in the pits. Has he done 2 laps on those hards? Yeah. Or 3? Yeah, probably 3, because they're good boys. So Method in and back in again. And I guess he'll be using the medium tyre for the rest of the race. Aaron looks like he's going to do it. No, Brian's ahead. Brian's ahead. My good golly gosh, the undercut working well for Brian, just because Aaron is looming large in his mirrors, but he's got a bit of a slide on coming out of the hairpin, and Brian's safe for now, but there's still another round of pit stops for these pair, and they're saving the best to last. They're going to put the hard tyres on at the end of the race, ladies and gentlemen. Be here for that. Toten leading. He's used the mediums and the softs, so he is saving those hard tyres for the end. A grand ending. What the hell? I'm not going to try and use fancy words. I always get it wrong anyway. Aaron then on the move, and Mini is out ahead of Oh yeah, because Method's made a second pit stop. Method's done all his pit stops, ladies and gentlemen. But Mini done a super job. He's ahead of Callum somehow. What did he do? Mini did a super. Aaron lost positions. Mini absolutely gained positions. He's gone for the hard tyre though, so he's only here for a short time. Callum should catch him up with those medium tyres, and Callum as well, saving the hard tyre till the last stint. And yes, so Mini, great drive from Mini there. Didn't see that one coming at all. Jumped the Callum. Sunaman is in that action as well with those medium tyres all nicely warmed up, and I bet his soul left his body when he saw Mini coming out the pits in front of him. And it just means you've got to race harder, my friend. YT, as he's got the hard tyres on now, so he'll be soon in for a run on softs at the end. Method already making all of his pit stops and now running to the end and hoping a lot of pit, well, everyone's got a pit in front of him, but hoping there's enough happening from him on track to get ahead of all those soon to be pitting. And G Smith, if that's what his name is, GS Smith, is he's on his second set of tyres. He started with the hards, and now he's going in to get shot of those mediums and go to a set of softs. Eric Canada has gone for a set of hard tyres, and Hopper's still using the hard tyres we saw him on earlier. Toten leads impressively from Brian Moncani, who is ahead of Aaron Geary. I wasn't sure about to say that. I didn't know if it's Geary. It's gear, right? Like you buy off some dodgy bloke behind a dustbin with a Y on the end. Geary. Or I could have said gears in a car. That would have been better, wouldn't it? Okay. I'll remember that next time. Callum then making an impressive move on Mini. We just caught the end of it. I could go back, but I think just the toe. You don't need to see someone getting a toe, do you? Who hasn't seen that? And through the chicane they go, but Callum on the faster tyre, the medium tyres, whilst Mini struggles with the hards. But he's getting them out the way. Sunaman may catch up. Our boy Mini, but Sunaman still has to use the hard tyre at some point in this race. So Mini getting it out the way early doors. YT in 7th, he's getting that hard tyre out the way, soon to make a pit stop and go to the soft, I think, to run all the way to the end. Method has done all of his pit stops so far, and he is now running to the end and hoping it's enough to jump. He was fighting there for second and third, ladies and gentlemen, with Brian Moncani and Aaron, or Double A Ron, sorry, in second place up there. So he's done his hard tyre, and they still have to do their hard tyre. It's a ticking time bomb, ladies and gentlemen. It's something that is coming in the future. We've got 9 laps left of this race, and it is a race, ladies and gentlemen. We have absolutely, these guys are going for it. Be it if they're new to sim racing or league racing, or if they're old dogs doing the same old thing. We have had an absolute blast with these guys. And Rob in the chat, as Eric of Canada comes in to dispose of those hard tyres, is Rob in the chat, not old Rob, just Rob in the chat. Alright, are they? Look, they got Yorkshire Dealgar. So Toten then absolutely banging in the lead here. It's going to be tough to beat him. He's got the same tyres to use as the guys behind him. He's running the soft at the moment, ran the mediums in his first stint. Oh, Brian's picked up a penalty. You know who'll like that? Double A Ron is going to be all up and in his business. Callum is back up and into 4th place and is seeking blood. He will want nothing but a podium, but he is quite far back from that podium battle. And when we talk about podium battles, don't forget, we have the Method in 8th place. Callum crossing the line, 56.9 on a set of mediums, chasing Double A Ron. He's 56.3, who's chasing Brian Moncani, who has obviously served his penalty and still ahead of Aaron, but Aaron giving it some big wellies. And then we have Mini. Mini is doing stunning, ladies and gentlemen. I am on board. And he has been a thorn in Sunaman's side for a majority of this race. Sunaman feels he's got the edge here, and he feels like he could get past Mini, because Mini on those hard tyres. But Mini then goes to, I can't remember, I think it's the I can't, hang on, I did, I writ it down. I writ it, that's English. I wrote it down. He started on the soft, so he's done soft hard, and he's got the mediums to run, with Sunaman still to run the hard tyre. And there he goes, Sunaman pulls the move, but he's got to get hopscotch up the road and out the way, because Mini's going to be coming in for his final pit stop pretty soon, and he's going to be smashing those mediums, with Sunaman going all the way up to, you'd think, about lap 25, and trying to minimise the use of those hard tyres as much as possible. Mini getting a lovely tow there from the Grello Mustang, and that looks delicious. So a YT still ahead of Method on those hard tyres, doing a fabulous job. I am here for it, and I think YT might be a surprise in this season. I'd have a sly fiver on him, each way bet. Sometime this race, that's a podium sitter if ever I've seen one. And Method, I think he's going to be a podium sitter today if he plays his cards right. Although stuck, he's getting a good tow, I imagine, off YT. Mini into the pits. Now Sunaman's got to worry. Callum then doing a superb job chasing down Brian Moncani. It's about consistency, and that has been what Callum has mastered today here at Daytona. The consistency has been amazing. Brian Moncani trying to put pressure on Double A Ron, but Double A Ron ain't standing still, ladies and gentlemen. He's a man on the move, and Toten here has got the fastest lap, just to prove that it wasn't through luck and people hitting invisible walls and getting penalties. He did this one off of the sweat of his brow, ladies and gentlemen. He drove a definitive race. Is that I'm not even going to guess the flag. Okay, you guess the flag. Put it in the comment. Drop it in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, if you're digging this, if you are actually enjoying this, you can find Ultimate Racing League on Facebook. That old social media is still around, you know. It's not MySpace itself yet, and yeah, you look Ultimate Racing League up, and all the information you should need is there. They got a website. I mean, it's not totally up to date, but it's a website if you want to have a look. It's www.ultimateracingligue.com. And like I said, you won't find fresh tables there, but you'll get some information, and probably the how to join the league if you haven't got Facebook. So do that. Get yourself signed up. They've also, all 5 leagues, 6 leagues really, because League of Champions hasn't got a number. So all 6 leagues have their very own commentators for the season. So if you're enjoying this, I am literally ranked the 6th best commentator in URL. The other 5 are head and shoulders above what I can do. I shout a lot. That's what I bring to the table. Knowledge of cars is very little. Knowledge of tracks, nothing. And my racing prowess is 0. So I literally just shout a lot, and people think, oh yeah, he knows what he's doing. Don't know, haven't got a clue. You're listening to an internal dialogue that I am voicing out for you. But the other guys, they actually know what they're doing, and they know what they're talking about. And so you should look up the other Ultimate Racing League commentators for some good content, if that's what you fancy. Trust me, I speak the truth. Toten leads from Double A Ron. Oh my, that nearly came out wrong. Double A Ron, the Geary, is in second. Brian Moncani, the Rich T driver, in third place. And I imagine he's kind of sick of that. He's been nothing but staring at Alfa Tauras all day. Absolutely Alfa Mustangs all day. They are the Alfa Mustangs though, aren't they? Callum in fourth. Building blocks. This is where you start on a championship campaign. Ask George Russell. Fourth place is great. Sunaman in fifth, but he's got to fight with Mini to come. Method now up to sixth with all the pit stops happening around him. YT is out on... Oh no, he's still going on a set of hards. Method must have caught him and took him. And YT is going to have to come in the pits because he's got no fuel. And Mini then out on a set of mediums all the way. Going all the way, ladies and gentlemen. All the way till the end. Vodka Rob saying, wasn't Toten in the League of Champions? He may have been. Or am I just getting mixed up with those off-season races? And Vodka Rob also saying, I think you're highly entertaining. Yeah, but I don't know what I'm talking about. It's two totally different things. Any idiot could be entertaining. So, G. Smith then, 58-1. YT is in. We said he would have to be in. Method is looking for positions. Where are they? All the pit stops, my friend. Toten leads. Yeah, I think he was in the League of Champions. I think him and... Senor... They were both Red Bull drivers, weren't they? Senor Frig, I've forgotten his name. I am sorry. That's no diss. Senor Buggering Hill. I can't remember it. I feel bad. He was my favourite in League of Champions as well. Toten then leads double A. How things change over a season, eh? How easily he forgets. Double A Ron is in second place. I have to clear the memory stash, the cookies for the next batch. I can't remember names. It's going to come to me. I'm still thinking about it. Trust me. Oh, no. That's a hit. That's a terrible hit for Brian. I thought I saw some grass getting kicked up by the Yorkshire T driver. And, yeah, it looks like he got a little too excited in the... Wherever it was. Was it through the chicane? And he's had to pay a huge penalty. Luckily, he's got a lovely, enormous amount of space behind him where Callum rests. Sunaman, he's still got to come in for those hard tyres, but we do not expect that pit stop till at least lap 25. Method, all his pit stops done. Mini, all his pit stops done. Whitey, all his pit stops done. Smith, I think all his pit stops are done as well. The Buzzing Hornets livery, Rob, is lit. You are correct. And Rob also saying, I'm rubbish with names as well, but I never forget a face. So, GS Smith, until we can tell he's a definite Smith. GS Smith is in ninth. He's made all his pit stops. Eric of Canada, I believe, has made all of his pit stops. And Hoppers, I believe, has made all of his pit stops. Toten, still to use the hard tyre. He's getting low on fuel. Aaron, the mediums are still fresh, bruv. He doesn't need those hards yet. I think Toten's going to be forced in. Oh, what a shame he didn't take a splash of fuel, because those softs have still got life in them. And this could be a turn-up. If Toten is forced to make an earlier pit stop and go to the hard tyre, it is going to be a huge advantage to double A Ron. Oh my good golly gosh. Brian Moncani, he's lost that battle with second place due to that 1 second penalty. I mean, it was a tough battle, but I still feel he felt there was still more to come when the hard tyres came into play. The next round of pit stops. Aaron, though, he's got a fair whack of fuel. When he makes his stop, he's going to be short of time in the pit lane. But Toten at the moment, smashing it. And he's going around again, deciding not yet. He doesn't need a pit stop. Aaron, his teammate, in second place. And I tell the Alphas are the car to beat this season. And Brian Moncani in the Rich T Mustang is hot to trot with Callum. Going to be a force to be reckoned with. And Sunaman Well, Method is still waiting for Suleiman to make his pit stop. Method should end up, he could end up ahead of Callum. Callum, though, 55, 56.6, 56.0, doing some absolutely solid lap times, 57s. He's just hit the 56s, but 57s, a Method might not be doing fast enough lap times to jump Callum in the pits. And Rob in the chat saying, did they just rotate the comms? Yes, we move up. But I was in League of Champions last season, so I'm down into League 5 now. Next season, I'll go up to League 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back to League of Champions again. I think it's so we follow the promotions. It's good. It's like you have, like me, I can't follow the promotions because I was at League of Champions, so there was no promotions. So now I'm back to League 4, and I can follow the promotions. I'll go with the promotions. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I'm enjoying this. I like it. Toten is ringing that Mustang for every last bit of fuel that he can. And my good golly gosh, now he pulls into the pits. And Aaron will take the lead, or does he have to take the hard tyre? I think he's still got another lap if he's going to do 3 laps on the hards, or just 1 lap. No, he's coming in. So he's going on to that hard tyre early doors. Brian also in, so yeah, they know the rules. Callum in 4th place, and he's still to use the hard tyre, and he's waiting for the next lap to do it. So, and Suleiman as well, continuing through. Toten, Double Aaron and Brian all into the pits. Method, this is what Method's been waiting for. Where are you, Method? They're all in the pits. This is what you've been racing for. This is what your strategy was hinged upon. And Method at the moment not looking great. Aaron's already out. He might jump Brian. No, he's not even going to jump Brian Moncani. And well, we still said he could jump Callum, but Callum's been doing some very swift lap times. And Method at the moment, we was hoping Method was going to be in amongst all these, but don't forget, these guys are on the hard tyre, cold track. Already you can see Double Aaron struggling with grip. Suleiman making it count, as is Callum. And Toten out of the pits on racing hards now for the rest of the race. It's a cruise for Toten. The closest battler he has got is Double Aaron, and I think he's not that far back. You know, he is. He's not going to do much on hard tyres, and Toten's hard tyres as well. So Callum leads the race, ladies and gentlemen, in the Ford Pilot Mustang, and doing a super job this race. Fantastic stuff. Toten in second, the true race leader, has made all his pit stops, waiting for Callum to get into the pits and get out of his way so he can take the flag. And we're on lap 25 of 27. Suleiman taking the Grello Mustang all the way up to 3rd place, and the livery maker on that must be so proud of the drive that Suleiman has put in. Cracking stuff. Suleiman into the pits then, and this is where Method, it pays. He's going to Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, and is he going to jump Callum? I don't think he's going to jump Callum, you know. I think Callum's done enough to stay in that 4th place, and Method might just be looking at 5th. Now Mini is fighting Suleiman, remember. Mini wants, and Suleiman's got to go for the hard tyre, I believe. So Method looking for Callum, and he's got him. Has he though? Yes, and it looks like Mini might have got Callum as well. Mini is on an absolute rush and a push. No, Callum's out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Method just got him on the pit exit, and Method on those medium tyres. Callum having to get used to the hard tyre. It's going to be tough battling to try and catch up with the Method. And Method, oh, just enough, my friend, just enough. And let's hope that's enough fuel. I think it is. And Callum, yeah, of course it is, because there's like 2 laps left, and we saw someone. Oh, we saw Toten flying around for about 3 laps with his fuel flashing. Callum, though, hot on the heels of Method, but Method should be on the faster tyre. I tell you what, everyone else has got a bit more fuel in than Method. I am concerned a little bit for him. We'll keep an eye on it. So Toten's flashing again, so he's all right. So Toten leads, and I mean, come on, he'd have to drive off the track voluntarily to lose this race at this point. He's coming around to take the final lap, ladies and gentlemen, and it has been a true lesson in how a pro sim racer does it. Toten, well done. Round one, he has earned the pro sim racer tag. Double A Ron, super job through the field, great stuff. What a sim racer. Brian Moncani in third spot. A great podium. But I imagine he was hoping for more. Right up Toten's chuff all the way in those early doors when he had those soft tyres on. Didn't make the opportunity count. Should have, would have done. Got past Toten and tried to pelt it. Run and hide from... I think he's Portuguese. I think that's the Portuguese flag. I'm daring to have a guess. No, it's not Portuguese, is it? Who knows? Method then in fourth. Callum dropped back a little bit there with those hard tyres. Mini absolutely owned Sunaman today, and Sunaman has got to do better. He's going to have to go back to the drawing board. Mini is his nemesis, it would seem. And Mini, he was leading from Mini until he got that penalty. Oh no, Sunaman nearly lost the whole shebang as he come around the corner. YT in 8th place. He's on those soft tyres. We were hoping he was going to be able to ramp it up and catch up with these guys on their hard tyres. Is he just coming around? No, he's got a little way to go. But Toten now on his final run towards the line. This was round one, sponsored by Dubby Energy and Eldridge Air Conditioning. I should have said that at the beginning. I'm going to have to write that down to remember. I don't usually have sponsors. I'm not that good. So Toten then crosses the line with a win. Superb stuff. Double A Ron, great job there for second place, driving through the field. Superb. And Brian Moncani bringing it on home for the final podium position. Cracking drive, my friend. This is going to be a hotly contested championship. Ladies and gentlemen, Method gets fourth, Callum gets fifth, Mini gets sixth, and they were pretty close, those guys. Couple more laps. Sooner giving us a lovely display as he crosses the line. 8th place for YT when he gets there. Great drive by everyone. You can't walk away from this race saying someone just had an absolute smelly one, didn't they? They all brought their A game. And they all gave us a cracking little race as YT gets across the line for 8th spot. God, how far away is it there? Here he goes. And GS Smith bringing the buzzing Hornet home for 9th place ahead of his teammate. And a great race there. Great drive on those hard tyres, staying with his teammate at the beginning. And he crosses the line for a fantastical 9th place. And it's something to build on. Something to build on, ladies and gentlemen, as Eric of Canada brings home the second buzzing Hornet car. And it's a great ode to Eddie Jordan, coming 9th and 10th. You know, he would have liked it. That's what he was here for. So, cracking job from G. Smith and Eric of Canada. Wowzers, ladies, we made it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not excluding anyone. You're all invited. Absolutely. Portugal. Oh yeah, that's the Portugal flag. God knows what he is then. I haven't got a clue what that flag is. I'm so uncouth. It's like, I'll give up. No, we could be here all day just staring at a flag. Hungary? Hungary. Yes, they're Hungarian. You're right, Vodka Rob. I think I knew that because him and Toten and Victor. See, it came in the end. I told you I'd remember it. Signore Victor in the League of Champions and Toten. Yes, they were both Hungarian drivers. Thank you. Now I can rest easy. I don't have to sit here driving myself crazy. So Toten, what a drive. Superb stuff. Double A Ron, great job for second place. He got pole, hit the wall, literally hit the wall, even though there is no wall there to hit, and ended up having to fight his way through the field. What a drive, ladies and gentlemen. And then Brian Moncani, all up and in Toten's business for the first half of this race, but just couldn't crack that nut. But Brian Moncani, a big player this season. We're going to have a fantastic season. Method, great drive for fourth place ahead of Callum. And then Mini in sixth, pulling a blinder over Sunaman. We thought Sunaman had his number, but Mini said, hold my beer, and absolutely destroyed. And YT, I thought it was a cracking strategy, man. I thought it was solid. It's just a shame they got a little too far away from you in one of those stints. 808. Is that 808 stay? Oh, yes, you crazy old raver. G. Smith is in ninth, if that is in fact his name. GS Smith in ninth. We've got a Smith. We don't need any more Smiths around here. No, I'm joking, man. Stay. It's just a playing. I'll just play, you know. Ninth for G. Smith with Eric of Canada in 10th. I'm going to get a message from the admins now. Can you play nice with the newbies? We didn't like that boot camp intro. You're not beating anyone into a pro sim racer. I'm not, ladies and gentlemen. And Hoppers in 11th. Like I said, Hoppers had a long break from the racing. He's just dipping his toe, ladies and gentlemen. He's just dipping his toe. He's just getting back into it. Just give him a second. But it was Toten today. That was the surprise package. Superb job by everyone in League 5. I am pumped for this season. The GRSC is back, baby. Season 2, bigger, better, and badder than before. League 5 is where it's at. In fact, no, I'm not going to start getting you to troll all the other commentators. But if you wanted to go over to the other commentators and put League 5 is where it's at, then... But no, don't. League 5 rocks, you know. And rest. Okay. Thank you very much for picking me today to watch. You are beautiful. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.